Of Star Trek Yellow Springs, Season 3, Episode 7. I'm about to initiate Operation Gamma in hopes of getting DS9 back in Federation hands. But to do so, I have to use a shuttlecraft, unfortunately. Alright, do you have any suggestions? Alright, tell Captain Carlin, signal the fleet. Get us into position. Start disabling those sensor clusters. Jem'Hadar fighters. Gotta target those worker bees. Otherwise they'll repair the systems. Go ahead and take out these fighters. Diverting power to weapons.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Alright, let's get cluster beta. They should start bringing in worker bees again.
Warning. Under attack.
Target the bees first.
Target shields have failed.
I can take a beating from those fighters. It's those worker bees I gotta destroy.
Target shields have failed.
Take out the shields and torpedo hits are just become critical. Assuming you get a good shot off.
Hull integrity below 75%.
One more cluster to get. Okay, I thought there was more.
Under attack. Target shields have failed.
That was all the worker bees. Okay, take out these fighters. I am not to head anywhere near that large battle.
Target shields have failed.
If I do, I'll get shredded.
Hull integrity below 75%. Target's shields have failed.
If you recall, in the previous time I used a shuttle, the targeting arc is not that great. Now I gotta take out Sensor Cluster Zeta, and that should be it. Then I can get into the wormhole.
The Jem'Hadar ship is on an intercept course, sir. Shields and weapons are at full, Captain. Ready to engage.
Well, it's only one, thankfully.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Right shield failing.
Keep hitting him in the weak spots, he should go down.
Shields have failed.
There we go. There we go. Took a while, but I got him. Alright, signal the fleet that they can warp out of here. We're heading into the wormhole now.
Setting the course for the wormhole now. We'll be halfway to the Gamma Quadrant before the Jem'Hadar know what happened. Wow, that's some view. This is my first trip into the wormhole. Thanks for letting me tag along. Captain Kurlan says there's a traitor in the Idrin system who knows how to contact the Dominion. She's probably our best chance for finding them quickly. But Kurlan says Farex's help won't come cheap. We need to be ready to negotiate with her. When we're out of the wormhole, we should start searching for Farex's vessel.
Sounds simple enough. Alright, let's do a scan. There's a navigational beacon up ahead.
I'm picking up a ship on long-range sensors, Captain. The configuration matches Farex's ship, sir, but I'm detecting damage to several systems. There's no response to a hail, sir, but her communications array might be damaged. Setting a course to the ship's coordinates now.
Sorry, I'll be off camera for a second. Just trying to... Gotta get this for the upcoming part of the mission. Entrance is shielded. We'll need to destroy the shield generator. I'm just getting prepared for this next part, folks. Don't be alarmed. Cosmozoans are hostile. Alright. Let's just go ahead and destroy that. Did not mean to go in that quickly. Let's amp up my disruptor beam. Fire.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Let me see if I can get a close up of my shuttle. For a shield generator, it's holding on pretty well. If I was in my starship, I would have destroyed that thing in less than 5 seconds. Alright, the field's down. Let's go see what Farrak needs. I'm a good pilot, but I'm not that good at full impulse. There's no way the Yellow Springs would have fit through this thing. Luckily, the John Gudgel was small enough to enter it. There's Farrak. It's a Ferengi Marauder ship, which means you know we're dealing with the Ferengi.
I can hear profit in the wind, and the wind is blowing. If you want it, I've got it.
Are you Farrak?
That's me, the best trader with the biggest deals in the sector. I have Utterberry futures, cultural artifacts from 100 different worlds, alpha current nectar, disruptor rifles, and the best salvage this side of the galactic barrier. Or maybe you're interested in something else. Need a guide to the Gamma Quadrant? How about someone who can take you to the hidden markets? Or get you into the Dosi system unnoticed? If you have the Latinum, I have what you need. Time is money.
What happened to your ship?
Oh, that? Nothing really. Nothing you need to be concerned about. You just can't make some customers happy. Time is money.
Why are you in the Gamma Quadrant?
Profit. While it's easier for women to run their own businesses now on Ferenginar, there's still a lot of prejudice. And I'm not about to stay home naked chewing tube grubs. I was a dealer of assorted and sundry merchandise in the Bolian sector till there was a slight problem with my business partners. Through absolutely no fault of my own, my business license from the FCA was temporarily revoked. Until I can get the paperwork straightened out, I decided to set up shop out here.
Alright.
It's great out here. There's hardly any competition and deals to be made everywhere. The Wadi aren't any trouble once you learn the rules of that crazy game. The Dosi are too scared of the Karema to be a real challenge, and everyone else is either running from the Dominion or part of it. Time is money.
Speaking of the Dominion, I need to know where to find them.
Well, now, that's an interesting question. I know where to find the Dominion, of course. I can even get you in touch with Aborda, who has a direct line to the Founders. He's a close personal friend as well as a valued client. In fact, I always keep a case of Covenant Crunch on board just for him. However, the location of one of my best customers is not information I share for free. And no offense, friend, but you don't look like you can afford what I would charge. Time is money.
What would you want for this information?
I'll give it to you straight. Intel about the Dominion is hard to acquire, and therefore extremely valuable. You don't have a cargo hold big enough for all the latinum I'd want in exchange for the data, but I'm willing to consider an alternative method of payment. You see that planetoid over there? I have a limited amount of time to collect everything valuable from it that I can. And as you can see, my ship could use some repairs. While my crew and I work on fixing this baby up, I could use some help with the salvage. So, here's the deal. You get me something I can turn a profit with, and I'll tell you where you can find the Dominion.
Alright. This is another one of those objectives where it's tuned to my specialty. In this case, it's tuned to my engineering expertise. So I need to find 3 types of materials, and using those different kinds of scans, which is hard to remember, but if you're lucky enough like me and you write them down in your little cheat sheet, things can get a little bit easier. First time I ever did this, I struggled with it so much, that's when I decided to write it down, because it's one of the few things that doesn't change. But I got to avoid those red dots. Those are the life forms that are not supposedly threatening, but I don't want to take any chances. And I gotta find some derelict ships. This is where I'll utilize my full impulse. That's not a ship, that's a satellite. That's for tactical specialists. Here we go. Here's a derelict ship. And if I get the sequence wrong, you can look here. They're called Idrian Swarmers. If I do the sequence wrong, they'll end up attacking me. For a short bit of time, they can't really do any damage to me, but if you get enough of them shooting at you, it's like mosquitoes. One's not going to bother you, but you get a whole flock of them right in your face, then you got a problem. So let's go ahead and scan the ship. Idrium detected. Okay, I need to do a micrographic analysis. Next, I need to utilize a particle beam. There. I did the sequence correct, and they won't attack me. They're the only ones that won't attack me. If I just somehow manage to like run up against these guys right here, they probably eat me alive. So I'm going to do my best to avoid them as much as possible while still trying to get to my target. There's another derelict ship. Same thing again. If I get the sequence wrong, then those swarmers will attack. So I gotta get it right the first time. Idrium again. So, micrographic analysis. And then a particle beam. Alright, now I need 2 down, 2 to go. Oh, and if you're wondering if I ran into that thing, would I be destroyed? Watch. No. I just bump up against it. You really can't destroy yourself in this game by bumping into asteroids and stuff. Now, there is a thing on here. Let me see. Yep, I got it right here. Ramming speed. But it only is effective when your health is below 50%. And if you feel like that you're going to die anyway and you want to just go ahead and take out your opposing enemy in the process, then use ramming speed. It's a very effective way. It won't destroy them immediately, but it will do significant damage to them. It's an honorable way to die. It's a kamikaze move. But among Klingons, it's considered very usable tactic. And even though we're at war with the Klingons, I do utilize some of their tactics sometimes. Another derelict vessel. Looking at most of these ships, they don't appear to be Federation starships. They're mostly ships from the Gamma Quadrant, so let's see what we get here. Edrim again. Micrographic analysis. And then particle beam. Three down, 1 to go. Crossing my fingers. For all I know, this next one could be Edrim again. If it is, I'll know the sequence right off the bat. If not, I'll have to look at my cheat sheet. Which, once again, I know I've stated it before, but when you're playing this game, it's essential that you create some form of a cheat sheet. That way, when you play through it again or you play with someone else, you know what to do. I mean, you don't have to, but if you want it to be less struggling and less frustrating, I would definitely advise it. Last ship, please be Edrim. It's not. It's Cormeline. Okay, geologic analysis. And then this one. Alright, I've completed my objective since I'm the only player in here. Now, if I had 2 other people in here with me and say they were science and tactical, they could still do those objectives. I could play with... certain missions allow you to play with multiple people, and the max I can play with is, I believe, 5. There's just one catch, though. The more people you play with in a mission, the more enemies there are. So just imagine if there were 5 other people in here with me, there'd be a lot more swarmers. Same thing goes for any other mission. More enemies, more ships, more threats. Alright, Ferric, we got what you needed.
You want it? I've got it.
I have what you asked for.
That's great. Nice doing business with you. I'll just verify the transport and then I'll contact my friend, the very important Vorta. I'm sure that he'll be able to help you with whatever you need. Cut the comm! Jump to warp! What do you mean we don't have warp drive yet? Get it going! Now! Wait, can they still hear me?
Yes.
You know the funny thing about resonance pulses? They drive the swarmers crazy.
Perfect. Okay, I need to switch up my crew station abilities, at least on this craft. What do I want, though? Is there any way I can get torpedo spread? Not from him. How about from him? That's a high yield torpedo, but I don't need high yield. Okay, I'm limited on what I can do. So, there is another alternative. I go into my recruitment officers that I've collected, and let's see, let's go to tactical. I'm going to convert them into a manual, and all I need is a common one. There it is. Wasn't exactly torpedo spread, but I needed something that could give me a little bit more of an attack pattern. But just for the sake of argument, let's go ahead and check. Nope. 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 Bingo, right here. Okay, instead of being at fire at will, torpedo spread. This will really tick it up a notch. Instead of firing one torpedo, I'd be firing at least 3 or 4. Now I just gotta find the way out of here. All you gotta do is, there we go. There's the entrance. Or the exit in this matter. Now instead of running through it, I'm gonna get in weapons range. Right here. And fire.
Ship is under attack.
Oh yeah, that did it. But now I gotta wait 10 seconds for the torpedo spread to recharge. And they're coming at me.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
One of them or two of them shooting at me won't really hurt me that much, but you get enough of them shooting at you, then you got a problem. Torpedo spread activated. Wait. Well, you know what? I might as well just go ahead and head in there. I'm gonna get shot at, but... because these things go down pretty easily. The trick, though, is to get a good lock on them. Alright, let's go follow the Kennerec. Pursuit course. I want to give her a piece of my mind. That's karma for you. Alright. Set a course towards those ships, but don't appear threatening. Last thing we need is the Jem'Hadar shooting at us here. Besides, these Jem'Hadar are not the ones that we were fighting in the Alpha Quadrant. They're not the ones that supposedly were disappeared.
Farek's ship has life support and engines, sir, but that's about it. Shields are failing, and she only has limited weapons. The lead Jem'Hadar vessel is hailing us, sir. Putting it on screen now.
Ah, so the representatives of the Alpha Quadrant finally make their way to seek aid from the Dominion. We have been expecting you. According to our information, you're having a slight occupation problem on Deep Space Nine. I might be able to assist you with that problem if you have come here in friendship. And as we all know, friends help one another. You can start by destroying this nuisance and her ship. She has intruded into the Gamma Quadrant without permission and is conducting unauthorized salvage operations in our space. The penalty for this is clear. By all rights, we should execute you as well. But I am willing to overlook your involvement this time. So, as the Ferengi would say, do we have a deal?
Hail, Farek.
We are still friends, right? I'm in a bit of a spot here. Got any help for your old pal, Farek?
Okay, I have a choice here. I can be a friend and tell her to get out of here as quickly as possible. Or, based on the fact that she kind of tried to kill me, I can go ahead and destroy her ship and be done with it. Good news here, folks. There is no wrong answer. I could easily lock on weapons and destroy her ship, and while it may sound a little bit cold-blooded from my viewpoint, the Jem'Hadar and the Vorta won't really care. But I'm a Starfleet officer, and one of the things that they taught me in the academy was do not kill unless circumstances warrant it. The fact of what she did to me was wrong, but did I take serious damage? No. Did I lose any of my crew? No. So I'll let this one go. This time.
Hey, friend. Look, I found the Dominion for you. You have to help me. They're crazy. Okay, I'll go. I'll go back to the Alpha Quadrant. I'll refund their latinum. I'll even give them what's left in my cargo holds. Just don't let them kill me. And that resonance pulse. Funny, huh? I knew those little suckers couldn't really hurt you.
Shut up, Farek.
If you let me go, I know Iran won't hunt me down again. He's got too many other problems to worry about a small-timer like me. Just, please, let me go.
Go while you still can and while I'm still in a good mood. Do it again, though, and I promise you, I won't be coming back with a shuttlecraft to hunt you down. Hail the Jem'Hadar vessel.
You come seeking my aid, and then refuse a simple request? This is not an auspicious start. Nevertheless, you have something I want, and I have something you need. The only logical conclusion is cooperation. I will return to the Alpha Quadrant with you, and render whatever assistance I can. There is a price, though. For more than 30 years, Starfleet has held one of the Founders as a prisoner of war. Imagine the hubris it takes to contain a god. The arrogance. When the Founder is returned to me, you will have the Dominion's complete cooperation. And my guarantee that Karukan and his fleet will not trouble Deep Space Nine again.
Very well. Let's go ahead and leave the Gamma Quadrant. Now, if I was playing as a Klingon and Ferric did that to me, I can promise you, I would have killed her. Because that would have been the right thing as a Klingon to do. Let's go ahead and report to the commander. Let her know what happened. Agreed, Commander. I'll contact you again shortly. Okay, folks, that was episode 7 of my series. Now I'm going to give you a sneak peek at episode 8. Also, a little heads up here, this season is a little bit short. It's not because I don't have the time to do any more episodes, it's just that the story itself is a little bit short. So, forgive me if it's a little bit shorter than you anticipated. So, episode 8, Facility 4028.
The Federation Council has authorized the release of the Founder from the detention facility where she is currently being held. I need someone who Aaron and the Founder will respect to complete the transfer. You're the best candidate for the task. I don't expect any problems. But I didn't expect Jem'Hadar from the past to crash the board conference either. So take my recommendations with a grain of salt. The important thing is the safety of Aaron and the Founder. We need their help if we want to end this standoff without more bloodshed.
Agreed. Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed my episode. I will see you for episode 8. Until then, this is Captain Chris Dorn, signing off.